Alright, so I'm going to give you my persuasive speech on why cigarettes are bad and why you shouldn't smoke them. So, my first thing I'm going to address is, what is a cigarette? Well, everyone knows that it's tobacco and nicotine wrapped in a paper with a little filter at the end. You light the end and you smoke it until the tobacco is gone. But many people don't know exactly what is in the cigarette, what else is in there besides the tobacco and the nicotine, and I'm going to tell you. There is insecticide, carbon monoxide, battery powder, poison, detergent, methanol, moth repellent, nicotine, cyanhydric acid, which was used in the gas chambers to kill people. And those are just a few things of what are in cigarettes. When you inhale out of a cigarette, the tobacco, once you inhale, it condenses, and out of one cigarette, over 70% of the tar that you inhale is left in your lungs, and that's just one. There are many people who make cigarettes, many companies, and just in the U.S. alone, there are 26 manufacturers of cigarettes, and that's not even counting Europe, which the U.S., the number of people that smoke in the U.S. is nowhere near the people that smoke in Europe. And if all those things I just said didn't deter you from wanting to smoke a cigarette, this might, if you're a penny pincher. On average, they can cost anywhere from $2 to $6 a pack, so around $4 a pack is an average. Most packs of cigarettes cost $4 a pack, and on average, people will smoke 2 packs a day. In a pack, there are 20 cigarettes. There's 20 cigarettes per pack, so 40 cigarettes a day, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, but average 2 packs a day. So $4 a pack, 2 packs a day, that's $8 a day. Times 7 days, that's $56 a week, and $244 a month, which comes out to around $3,000 a year. It's about $2,600 a year. Just in cigarettes, you're paying to die. You're dying slowly. And a stat to go with that is, per year, if you smoke a pack a day versus if you have a friend who doesn't smoke at all and never has, the statistics will show that you will die 7 years earlier than that person. So you take 7 years off your life by smoking a pack a day. There are different kinds of cigarettes. There's regular, and then there's menthol. And the reason I know about menthol is I work with a couple people that smoke mentholated cigarettes, and those you can buy them without a ball. The menthol will come in the cigarette, or you can buy a little clicker. They're called crushes, crushed cigarettes, and mostly Camel makes crushed cigarettes. They come with this little ball that before you light it, you crush it, and then it leaks. The menthol leaks into the filter, and then you inhale all of that. And really what the menthol does is it helps the nicotine get into your bloodstream faster. It cuts your lungs, much like in Skoal tobacco, or Copenhagen has, not only is there tobacco in the can in there, but there's also fiberglass, which cut your gums, and that gets the nicotine directly into the bloodstream versus a leaf type chew, which is like Red Man or something like that, where there's no fiberglass, it's just tobacco, and that doesn't cut your gums or anything like that. But the menthol just means that it cuts your lungs when you inhale and gets the nicotine faster, so that makes it even more addicting. The crushes. Number of smokers in the world, mostly just in the U.S. I'm going to focus on the U.S. There are 10 million cigarettes are bought a minute. Every minute there are 10 million cigarettes bought in the U.S., and there are 15 billion sold per day. And that's just in the U.S. alone. That's according to Fox News. There are 1,200 people that die per day in the U.S. alone related to a cigarette-caused disease, like lung cancer or heart disease or something like that, throat cancer. That stat is according to thetruth.com. Thetruth.com is a sponsored ad campaign they're sponsored by MTV, Music Television, and they started the Truth campaign to appeal to younger kids who maybe haven't started smoking yet, to maybe try and deter them from smoking. Some of their ads are kind of funny. They'll show you just, nasty things that they'll show you maybe like a healthy lung and a smoker's lung, and the healthy one's pink, the other one's black. They'll show you all the things that I read, the moth repellent, the battery powder, the poison, the detergent, what's all made in that, in the cigarette. They'll show you that in real life just to kind of gross you out and make you not want to smoke. And if all that stuff doesn't make, like I said before, if all that doesn't, want you to make you want to stop it, it can cost you financially and physically. And not only lung cancer, but other diseases caused by smoking. And here are some side effects I have written down. Just a few. I think I have 13 side effects. Extreme addiction. The nicotine is extremely addicting. You'll find that some people are addicted to smoking or to tobacco in general just by one cigarette. That's all it takes sometimes. And maybe after a pack, they're already addicted and it's too late. The bad smell. Everyone walked behind someone that is smoking, and your body naturally doesn't want that because of all the things I just read they're not natural. Your body doesn't want that inside of your body. It's gonna repel it. Your nose is gonna tell your brain, I don't want that, and you're not gonna want that in your lungs. Your nose doesn't want to smell it. It's nasty. It can deter people from you. That's a side effect, being quarantined off. Another one that I think everyone knows about is lung cancer. Obviously, that's a huge one. It's the #1 smoking-related disease is lung cancer. People die from that every day. Death is a side effect, just like cancer causes death, but also smoking doesn't only cause cancer, it causes heart disease, it can cause throat cancer, mouth cancer, various other cancers and diseases that are fatal. Bad teeth. If you smoke for a long time, or even if you chew for a long time, I know the speech isn't really about chewing, but just tobacco, cigarettes will, if you've ever seen a smoker's teeth, they're yellow, just like the lung is black. That tar is going into your system. You're going to get it on your teeth, on your throat, and your lungs. It's going to cover your teeth. Teeth are yellow, sometimes black, sometimes they're missing several teeth, if not most of their teeth. Their thin hair. You can tell a smoker sometimes by not only their teeth, but their lips will be pursed like they're holding a cigarette even when they're not smoking. It looks like, maybe a kiss kind of purse. Also, you can tell by their hair, it's real thin and kind of stringy. It looks really dry. It looks like really dry hair, they need some conditioner. You can look around and tell. And if you've ever heard a smoker talk, they in general have a deeper voice than other people around. You can tell they just have that smoker voice and smoker hair, smoker teeth. And if your family doesn't smoke, and you are the first one in your family to smoke, then your family probably will disapprove. And in that situation, that's a negative side effect because they are going to want to isolate you and say, no, don't smoke in this house, go outside and smoke. And that ties back to another one, it's the bad smell. They don't want it in the house. They don't want to expose themselves or their children to it. And that isolates you. They don't want to spend time with you because even if you come back from that smoke, you're still going to smell like smoke, your car is going to smell like smoke, your house is going to smell like smoke, and they don't want to be around that. So that's a negative side effect. Another one is it's not as common as it was 40 years ago. 40 years ago it was pretty common for people to smoke anything. I mean, not anything, but smoking tobacco, pipes and cigarettes and cigars and stuff like that. Today it's just not as common because we are informed. We know that it's a lot. We're more informed. We know that it's bad for you, and we know that it not only affects you but people around you. And studies have shown that sometimes secondhand smoke is worse than if you're actually smoking a cigarette. So that's another negative side effect is if you're a parent and you're smoking in a house with kids. Obviously they're probably not smoking, but you're exposing them to secondhand smoke. And another side effect of you exposing your kids is you are indirectly probably giving your kids asthma and involuntarily making them, in some cases, addicted to nicotine and they want cigarettes. Just, when they move out of the house, they want it because they're used to smelling it all the time. And if you're like average people smoking 2 packs a day around your kids, obviously they're going to be addicted. Yeah, many people find it repulsive. Another one is smoking can thin out the people that want to hang around with you because of your smell, and also that want to date or marry you. And that's pretty negative, because it really thins out the herd of the people that you will be able to court and to marry, or just hang around, just to just go hang out with your friends. You know, if you're the only one that smokes out of your friends or whatever, I mean, it just really thins down the people that will hang out with you and date you, because it's not as common as it used to be. Like I said earlier, it smells bad, and result of that is it hurts the resale of your house and your car, because if you are shopping for a house or a car, you're not a smoker, you don't want to buy a car, you don't want to buy a house that's been smoked in. So that really limits the number of people that will buy your house or car to just smokers, because most people will for most people that's just a deal breaker. They don't want to deal with it. It's in the whole house smells like it. They'll move on to the next one, and that really thins out the people that will buy your house. It hurts the resale value of both of those things. Like I said, your family really doesn't want to be around you in that situation if they don't smoke. If they do smoke, then obviously they won't really mind. Yeah, secondhand smoke is shown to hurt more than if you were to smoke yourself. So people really don't want to be around people that smoke. There are at least 7,000 compounds in a cigarette. I meant to mention this earlier. And at least 69 of those are found and proven to directly cause cancer. And that's at least 7,000, so there's a little bit more than that. TheTruth.com, the MTV-sponsored ad campaign, says that if the current trend continues, by 2020, 7 million people per year will die related to cigarettes. And obviously the population is growing, so it's kind of proportional to that. It's not like 7 million people with our population will die. It's 7 million people in the 2020 population will die. But still, that's a lot of people to die. And just to give you an idea, 200,000 people a year die just as cigarette-caused lung cancer. That's 200,000 people die because of that. There are several things to help you stop smoking if you are wanting to stop or you think you should stop. And patches, which I know research shows that they don't work quite as well as the other two, which I'll mention later. The patch is just a patch you put on your arm or anywhere in your body, and it releases nicotine slowly into your body, just like a cigarette would without the cigarette, without the smoke. It's supposed to relieve that addiction. Put it on there, if it lasts a couple days, and you take it off and swap for another one. Another one is electronic cigarettes. I know those are kind of getting big. Some charge, some are battery run, and a lot of them are run by a battery vapor, and they work in the same way. They release nicotine into your body, and then you blow out smoke, which a lot of people have trouble quitting. Even with the patch, it releases nicotine, so it relieves that addiction, but a lot of people are addicted not only to the nicotine, but to the habit of lighting the cigarette and going outside and doing this motion with their body. So that gives you both, helping you quit the really bad kind of cigarettes and kind of starting to quit on the road to quit with the electronic ones, because it gives you that motion. You blow vapor out of your mouth. It's harmless. It's just water vapor, but you still get the nicotine and the motion. So another one is Nicorette chewing gum. That's just a little chewing gum that does the same thing. It releases nicotine into your body as you chew it. And that gives you something to do with your mouth. Some people quit by just chewing regular gum. This helps with people who can't seem to find that helpful. It's released nicotine. It's gum with nicotine in it. You chew it, and it keeps your mouth busy, so you probably won't want to smoke. You have the nicotine. Yeah. That's that. So hopefully you guys don't want to smoke anymore because of all those stats. I don't think anyone in here smokes, but just in case you ever thought about it, maybe now you definitely won't. So, thank you.